You know, it's funny to me that people's New Year's resolution starts off with them saying, I want to lose weight. I want to go to the gym more often. But then on the first day of the new year, I go inside the gym, Planet Fitness, as I always do. Not all the time, but maybe about 3, 4 times, a week. But these same people that make these commitments, these resolutions, they're not even at the gym. I went to the gym and it was low in numbers, low activity, like barely anybody was in that gym. I was shocked. I was expecting a certain amount of people, a large amount of people, to be at that gym, especially early in the morning. Because most people, they rely too much on motivation to get through the first week. And then by the second week, they ready to crash out and they ready to just give it up, right? They're ready to just throw in the towel and go back to where they was the last week of 2024. And that's just most people, right? Because motivation is not going to move the needle in your life. Motivation is only going to be created through action. So taking action, it's not going to feel good. You can't wait for a perfect time to do something better with your life. And that brings me into the topic of the video, right? Going through this year, you want to move different. You want to move differently than how you were moving last year. You were moving the same way that you've always been, where you're a little bit too predictable. People know what your next move is going to be. People know more about you than ever. It's better to do something the opposite of what you normally do, right? That's what moving different is. Doing something the complete opposite of what you're normally doing. Switching things up. You know what I'm saying? Shuffling the deck every now and then. And so going into this new year, that's something you want to do. You want to shuffle the deck of your cards. Because every day you keep drawing the same cards over and over again. Your hand looks too much the same as it did the previous years. You got to draw a different hand. You got to throw those old cards away. Throw them in the trash. Right? Like, for an example, if you're used to taking a certain route to work, start taking a different route to work. There's multiple ways you can get to your 9-to-5 job. Multiple ways you can get home. Start taking a different route. Change up the scenery. Change up the surroundings. Explore more of your home state, wherever you may be. And if you got the funds, then do some traveling. Go somewhere else. Or better yet, right, if you don't want to travel, if it's like you don't want to do that and you're just like not feeling that right now, then go check into a hotel for a night or two. A nice hotel, maybe a 3-star, 4-star, something luxurious, right? Doing something different, switching things up, it helps with your mental. Because when you do the same thing over and over again, what is that called? Insanity. And then you're running yourself insane to the membrane because you keep doing the same thing. You're sticking to the same routine. You don't have to change up your whole routine, but you can at least start off changing some things about your routine. You know what I'm saying? Replacing this with that. Replacing that routine or that habit with this habit. Doing away with all the other bad habits of your life, replacing them with better habits that sees improvement in your life. When it comes to family and friends, you want to move differently, especially if they're moving differently. Yeah. But if you're trying to level up with your life, trying to get to the next stage, the next step, and these people in your life, friends, family, they're just causing a hindrance in your life, holding you back, right? But we got to be balanced. We can't always say that people are holding us back. Sometimes it's us holding us back. Sometimes it's us. It's not everyone else. It's not your family and friends all the time doing that. Yeah, they can play a part, but you play a part in holding yourself back as well. So, when it comes to your habits, whatever bad habits that you're just into, I would suggest replacing those with better habits. Eating sugar, that's the biggest habit that I have grown accustomed to, right? And there's been times where I've detoxed from sugar, went on a break, then went back, then went on a break, then went back, right? I'm working on now eliminating it from what I normally eat going forward. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things, like personally, when it comes to nutrition, like breakfast, I am not a big fan of breakfast. Like, I don't understand why breakfast is such an important meal of the day. It's literally like fattening us up a lot of the times, and it's making us low on energy. You know what I'm saying? Like the pancakes, the bacon, the sausage, the waffles, and the eggs and all that stuff. It's all the butter toast. It's like, to me, it's just unnecessary. Like I'm not a big fan of breakfast. Breakfast was something I just had to get rid of. Yeah, maybe from time to time, I'll have me some breakfast, a little something like eggs, maybe a pancake, but rarely do I ever eat that now. Because I just don't see the benefit in eating breakfast like that anymore. So I might have me a yogurt, I might have me a smoothie for breakfast, or a banana. Something very simple and easy to digest. But breakfast was something overall had to get rid of. Eliminate that. We're going to skip that and go right to lunch, or skip lunch and go right to dinner. One meal a day. Like if you're just eating 3 meals a day for 5-10 years, maybe it's time to eliminate at least one meal to maybe see a change, perhaps, right? If you may be on the chubby side and you've been eating 3 meals a day, maybe cut back and you'll see a difference. And stay active. Don't be sedative. Don't lay in bed all day. Like, if that's something you've grown accustomed to, like the things that you have grown accustomed to in your life that is causing a hindrance in your life, you want to replace all those things with better habits. You want to change all those up and get rid of that. Because if it's not doing you any favors, it's not getting you to the next step, then you see what's holding you back. You got to look at your life, your day to day, and see what's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You got to point out what's going wrong. Why am I not where I want to be physically, mentally, financially, spiritually? There's something I'm doing that is causing me a hindrance, that's caused me not to get to the next stage. And so if you just start to move differently in your life, you know, that's going to reflect your life in a better way in different areas of your life. It's going to have to, because you're taking a different approach to things now. You don't have the same approach with everything anymore. It's like, okay, you realize I got to take things into a different direction. Like this wasn't the right script. I got to write a better one. You know what I'm saying? I got to update my mind. I got to update the software of my brain, pretty much. And that's what's got to happen, you know? Like family members and the people that you deal with your day to day, if they're not looking to level up alongside you, they're not on that same page, same wavelength as you, then you got to keep your distance from them. Like, that's just real talk. Nothing personal. It's just certain people just are not going to be able to keep up of where you're going. Right? And that's expected. That's very expected. You know? And so the same usual conversations you have with people, that's got to change too. Like, your language is not in correlation with the success that you want for your life. You understand? So maybe you got to change up how the way you talk, and not be quick to talk like this just because you want to fit in. Just because you want to be a part of this clique, right? Of these friends, right? Or these people at work. Don't fold under social pressure. I'm learning year by year not to fold under social pressure. Like, I see it, I ain't gonna participate though. And I don't care who got something to say about it. Oh, look at him, he's weird. He's not participating in this with us. You know, something wrong with him. I can care less. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm set apart. I'm a black sheep. But I embrace that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like everyone else. I like to stick out from the rest. Stick out like a sore thumb. Which has been the majority of my life anyway. So, you may be entering into a time where you got to move differently. Take a different approach to how you live your life, how you deal with people, how you talk to people and whatnot. Maybe you got to be more assertive. Maybe you have to change your attitude a little bit, change your mindset, upgrade your software, your brain, do all that stuff. And diet, nutrition, most importantly, and people as well. So with that being said, man, hopefully this video helped you guys in any way. If it did, make sure I hit that like button for the algorithm. More content is to come. I'm out, and salute.